Okay, so I just got gas. Let's see. It was on a half a tank. How much was it? I used my debit card. I don't even know. Okay, so half a tank was $26.72. Yeah, that's about $52. The last time I filled it up, my tank holds 15 gallons, and it was right around $51 or $52. But anyway, I was just thinking about, how do you remember what side your gas tank is on? I think the car is supposed to have a little, oh yeah, it's got a little gas tank on it with an arrow pointing to whichever side your gas tank is on. But for years, I just found this out not long ago. So when I worked for Dr. Steroid, okay, when I started working for him, trying to think, he had a big truck, a big diesel engine truck that he drove. I don't think he had a car. There was a Mercedes. I remember he kept it parked on the street in front of the house, but it wasn't, he would drive it occasionally, but it wasn't for me to drive. So, I was the nanny, so anytime the children had to go to their after-school activities or anything, which was mainly the daughter. She was 12 at the time, and she was in dancing, and she was very good with ballet and tap and jazz and everything. So she had dance practice, I think it was 2 days a week. And then when she would go to these dance recitals and everything, I had to take her in my car. And when I moved up here, I didn't have a car because I had crashed my car into a utility pole when I lived in Pensacola, Florida. And I broke all 3 bones in my right foot, and my talus bone was sticking out. It had come out of the skin, and I had a big hole in my right ankle about that big around. And it took, it took me, I had to remove my phone because it was getting too hot in the holder. But it took me at least 3 months to heal from that. Anyway, that was the impetus for me moving to New Jersey, because I couldn't take care of myself. I was in a wheelchair. So Jill flew down to Pensacola, and we had a yard sale and sold nearly everything that I owned. What we didn't sell and we could pack in boxes, we packed it up and shipped it to her apartment in Asbury Park. And then I got on a plane with me and my wheelchair and my crutches, and flew to JFK, and the rest is history. Y'all know the history from there. But anyway, after I moved to New Jersey, then my first job was with Dr. Corruption and the Devil Wife. And I will try to link the Nanny Diaries series up here in the little iCard if y'all want to watch those. But I had to have a car. I needed transportation. Jill had the cutest little Toyota Celica that she had bought from a used car dealer there in Asbury Park. So she took me over there. She had recommended them for a used car. So we went in there, and I found a Toyota Camry. It was a 94, and it was really nice. It had leather interior. It had the sunroof. It had the little, what's that little sport thing on the back? I can't remember what it's called. I'll think of it as soon as I stop recording. But it was just, souped up and nice. It was a dark, like a forest green, and it had some metallic in it. So I bought it. I think it was $4,000 or $5,000, and I paid for it, by the month. It was a couple $100 a month. So that was the car that I drove, and I drove it for a couple of years and never had any problems with it. But then when it started breaking down, it was like everything started going wrong with it. So after I left the Devil Wife, then I got the job with Dr. Steroid, taking care of his kids. But anyway, he didn't have a car for me to use. The nanny before me, she had been there for a couple of years, but she was trying to raise her own 2 kids. So she would bring her 2 kids to Dr. Steroid's house and then have to cart them all around to school, and she used her own car. But when I came, I didn't really want to use my Toyota But I had no choice because I couldn't use his diesel truck. And I don't know what was wrong. There was something wrong with the Mercedes. The reason that I couldn't use it, I don't remember what it was. So I was, courting the kids all over in my car. And one day it just died at the red light at a busy intersection. And it was the water pump and the serpentine belt. And that was very expensive. It cost me a lot of money to get it repaired. But anyway, I told Dr. Steroid, you need to get me a car. I need something to be able to transport the children to all their activities. And they would ride the bus, but some days they would miss the bus, especially the 12-year-old. And I would have to take them to school. So he went and bought this brand new candy apple red Dodge Magnum. Oh Lord, it was like a low rider, and it had the dark tinted windows and everything. But I mean, it was a nice car. Man, it had that Hemi engine and it had speed. I could take off from a red light with no problem. In fact, I had to learn how to be a little bit lighter on the gas pedal because it did have that speed to it. But anyway, every time I would go to put gas in the car, I couldn't remember which side the gas tank was on. And it was on the passenger side. So I just started trying to associate that with something that I would remember in my brain. So I just started thinking, pass gas. So every time I would pull up to a gas station, I would have to think, is it on the right side is it on the driver's side or the passenger side? And then I would remember, pass gas, pass gas. So I was just wondering, what do y'all do to try to remember which side of the car your gas tank is on? Do you remember to look on the little gauge that it has a picture with a gas tank on it with the arrow pointing? But anyway, I'm here at Shaw's. I'm going to go get this hair chopped off. And y'all, I just feel like talking today, so I may make 4 or 5 videos. So please don't you forget to share my videos with your friends and family. And please subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because as soon as I get in the mood to go live, I'll just turn on my camera one day, go live. And you definitely want the little bell turned on so that you will be notified whenever I do a live stream. And y'all just keep on coming back.